Yes, Jaja Morph here. I got a public announcement. You need to get this book, Modern African Arts. If you want to know the real history about art, it starts here. Make sure you go grab that. I've started reading it. Jeez. Yeah.
Here in 1575, after the concurrence, those arches and the doors has opened because whole island became a Turkish island, and suddenly they brought the peace and they said no worry about the enemy, because no one in that time in the 16th century, remember Ottoman, they were not saying, they were not afraid from any enemies. That's why with their behave at the braveness, they just say that if anybody enough brave to attack, they can come and they can see how powerful we are. That's why the doors on the both sides was open after the Ottoman. During the Ottoman age, after 1577, there were many Greek Orthodox and Venetian Catholics were used to live together in this island, but Ottoman land, there must be some Turkish Muslim population to increase the Muslim population on this island from mainland, from the Cappadocia area, Central Anatolia. Our origin in that time came to here. We were not willing in that time to come here, but Ottoman Sultan forced, and they said, if you go, I pay money, I give a land, I give a house, I give some animal for you, and then comfortable life is going to be. That's why we moved. But until 1914, we were a good condition, but suddenly it changed. We will talk later. In that time, some religious Sufi, who was called the whirling dervishes, you remember with the white turners?
Yeah.
They also send up from mainland to here to be a bridge between the Christian, between the Muslim, because of their tolerance. When they arrived to the Cyprus, their houses was here on the left hand side. So they were used to live here, because in the center of the Cyprus, in Nicosia, for any religion, for any tradition, they were very tolerant, because whirling dervishes, one saying is, come again, come. Doesn't matter who you are, even if you are wanderer, worshipper, even if you broke your vows 1,000 times, doesn't matter, come again, come. That's why.
Were the whirling dervishes a military?
No, the whirling dervishes are the Sufi religious people,
Right, okay.
and they open their heart for all humanity. Okay, so those people are the patient, respectful, and the tolerant people. Between the Greek, between the Turks, also that relation to increase, they were in the middle.
I got you.
That is the reason. Okay, so two national flag, red and the white color, you can see over there. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1960, first time Greek and Turks come together, British in the middle come out, and the Turks and the Greek was there. They found one state, and Cyprus Federal Republic. And in that state, they choose the president from Greek side, they choose the vice president from the Turkish side, because Turkish population was not enough big as like the Greek. The first vice president in that meeting was born in that house and lived in that house, died in that house. And who was the father of the Turks on this island? Name is called Dr. Fazıl Küçük. Yeah. And now his house is like a museum at the moment. Who was the president next to him? Archbishop Macarius. So now all the way we walk until we see the column, which is called the Venetian column. It was used like a sundial, and that column from the Salamis ancient city, 13th century, they brought to here. Please keep walking.
This place has got orange tree, which is really nice. I don't know if they're edible, but is it tangerine? They're big, aren't they? They're tangerines. Absolutely huge tangerines. I'm used to tangerines being quite small, you know?
That's the size we used to have.
Wow. Are they edible? Can you eat them?
It was the same name.
Are they edible, those? You can eat them, yeah? They taste nice? Oh, wow. Look at that. So they've got that in Northern Cyprus, tangerines. Excellent. So our crew now walking towards the next site. And the houses he was talking about, these ones here, it's those amazing historic people lived in. I like their designs, you know. Look at that. Architecturally speaking, they're really good. Like a library. Oh, it's like a restaurant, but they're not like going light on the books. They really got books you can read, which is incredible. You see, look at that. Now that's something we don't have in the UK. Well, I don't know anyway. It's got that. And they've got some nice pictures of some famous people on the wall. Don't know who they are, unfortunately. And then they've also got what looks like an art gallery space there. And probably upstairs there's a lot more. Lovely. Do like it. Very cool.
And the biggest, you know, penalty in the British time for those, you know, people, they were handcuffed to the wall. Maybe you see there were hooks there, because the public, when they are passing in front, they were spit to their face, not to make it again. It was a very good, you know, actually punishment, because imagine somebody is spitting to your face because of your, you know, crime. Ladies and gentlemen, 1952, if I don't make mistake, Elizabeth became a queen in your country. 53, she just got the crown, right? Ceremony. After that, here in Cyprus, she was said that our, like a brother in the Mediterranean, location very important. We need to also develop the economy, and that is going to be our touristic destination all around the UK. She make good advertisement of country. In 1960 in Famagusta they opened the city, which we know it like a ghost town now. And then first world 7-star hotel built, lots of tourists started to come and so on, and economy was being up, and especially for the shopping, for the gold and the jewelry shopping in that time, because Armenian were here in this island, and Five Finger Mountain with the copper and the gold mining was very important place for the, you know, British, and the sales they were making without the tax in one day, £1 million income they supplied. But later in 64 to 74, with, you know, that civil war and so on, tourism again destroyed. And 7 corner of the Nicosia, they make the British coat of arms for that development, because of the Elizabeth, you know, that good intention for this island. Here you can see there is a single pillar, that pillar granite, and it came to here, one of it from the Column Street, you remember? They brought to here.
It had marble on it.
Yes,
Originally.
some of them, yes, originally some of the marble, granite, as I told you, this is one of it. It come to here during the Venetian time, 13th century, just to also point where the center of Cyprus. in the middle now of the island they put, because they were using this pillar like a sundial as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the basic, mine of Cyprus. What it is? Mining. What is the, important mining on the mountain? Five-finger mountain.
Gold.
Gold and
Copper.
So the name Cyprus in Turkish, in other language we call Cyprus. Do you know why the Cyprus name comes from copper? That's why it's like a copper island. And the ball up there, as you see, totally is a real Cyprus copper ball. But in 1960, to make the advertisement of our gold, totally they plated with the gold, and it was shining like a sun. But unfortunately, this pigeon has stolen all the gold with their mount, and now nothing left. So ladies and gentlemen, now we keep walking this way down to the center to the checkpoint.
Checkpoint, which is where you can't cross if you're from North Cyprus. Yeah, but obviously you have to have the necessary documents to be able to go across there to the south side. And the south side is actually part of Europe.
There is a physical border between the north and the south. So without this permission, no one can pass the other side. So from this, forest authorities, from the checkpoint, if you like, other side is EU, South Cyprus, and this side is not. So I cannot be coming there. I cannot do anything if you pass there. If something happened to you, your own responsibility to look after yourself. Do not expect any help from me and so on the other side, okay? But my responsibility to bring you here to show the checkpoint here, but don't be shy to ask their last price. This is a tradition. Haggling is the tradition. Okay, so don't be shy and don't misunderstand, and please don't judge. Don't compare with the UK. Culture, difference. All right, this way. And this, as I told you, like a traveler's hotel. And this building from the Ottoman age, 16th century building. When the Ottoman came all around the island to develop the trade, they were saying to the travelers, for safe, traveling, every 8 hours traveling distance, there will be state hotel. Accommodation is going to be free of charge. At the end of the day or the week, when you earn, the tax is going to be paid to the nearest caravanserai. Accommodation and the food is going to be subsidized with that tax. That's why, like this, even in the mainland or here, you can see such a beautiful, hotel. And with this sun, set, they were closing the door. With the sunrise, they just open. And even if you are traveling with your animal, there is a barn that they are looking after to your animal as well. Let's say if you like to have fun in the evening, here in the garden, here in the courtyard, they make also evening entertainment with the belly dancer, folklore show, music. And if you are tired, likes to have a massage and the Turkish bath, that corner where the WC was a bath as well. And if you are a big businessman and if you are having a bigger, business and the trade, for sure, not the ground floor. The suite rooms are in the second floor that you can stay there. 3 nights, up to 3 nights, staying in this, caravanserai in that time was free of charge. But if you like to stay longer, you need to pay then for the other days. But if you are staying only 1 day or 2 days, so totally free of charge. But as I said, your earnings tax is going to be subsidized. Let's say, for example, you are having a wool business or the leather or the gold or the shoes, and you have to travel with the animals, with the camel, donkey, horses, and so on. In that journey, one of your animal died, and you just had some difficulties, and you come to the nearest caravanserai, you register your name, you prove that your animal has died, you're taking the money from the state budget to buy another animal for yourself, because they were encouraging to the people to go on to the trading and so on. That is the reason. There are lots of cafeterias, restaurants all around. Everybody, I think, has seen it, right? Yeah. So there is one here, there is one outside. You can choose for your lunch and for your drinks. And 4 o'clock, I will be here. And 4 o'clock, I will start my walk to the bus. If you like to walk to the coach with me, please be ready here at 4 o'clock and we can walk together. But I will be not counting, I will be not checking if you are here or not, because if I don't see at 4 o'clock to you here, I thought you went to the bus by yourself. Is it clear? If anybody likes to see a cathedral of the Nicosia, there is one but under restoration. That's why I haven't taken you to that. It is under restoration and closed. That cathedral is the Saint Sophia Cathedral.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And after Ottoman arrival, it converted into a mosque with the 2 minarets. But now that is under restoration. Just for you to have an idea and the information, if you go out from there, turn right side 50 meters, walk 50 meters to the left, opposite of you, you will see.
It's cobblestone, yeah. So it's a very old, ancient place. This probably built by the Ottoman. You can see by the domes there. Your name?
Faysal.
Okay, and who are you? What do you do? Your business? Where are you?
Burası iyi. Çalışmamız iyidir. Gayet memnunuz. Burası 7/24 çalışıyorum ve sıcağı ada genelinde bütün turistler geldiği için, çünkü denizi mükemmel, insanı mükemmel sıcak, denizi gibi ve çok güzel. Yani bir Avrupa'nın bir kıtası olarak burası çok güzel ve işlerimiz de gayet iyi. Yemeğimiz de güzel, gayet hijyenik ve gelen müşterilerimiz de mutlu, mesut gidiyorlar. O kadar.
Okay, thank you.
I'm an English tourist and they do a very good kebab here. So if you're in Northern Cyprus, why not come here for their delicious kebab?
Brilliant. How long will you be there?
3 months.
3 months.
Not in Northern side.
Wow, that's a long trip, man.
Yeah, no, we're on a yacht sailing all around the Med.
Okay. And what made you decide to come to North Cyprus?
Just to visit. We're in Larnaca. Yeah, we're in Larnaca.
Yeah.
And we just decided to come over for the day to see what's over here, really.
Right. So do you need to get like a visa to come across? Or?
No. Just walk across either with a driving license or your passport.
Right.
Hep ye.
3, 4.
2, 1.
Geçmişsin lan.
5, 2. 6, 2.
Hadi bakayım.
Kapandı.
Yor. Aha 4. Aç seç 5'ini.
5, 3. 4, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 5, 1. 3, 1. 3, 1.
Yavrum.
4, 2. Aç. 4, 2. Kaçta geleceğim?
5,
5,
4.
4. Aha. Düşmüş toplar. 6, 1. Vuracağım ulan seni.
Vur.
Yüz.
Hadi vur.
How was your sleep last night?
It's okay. How was yours?
Yeah, it was quite fine, you know. Enjoyed the celebration they had, the as well.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, they did some sort of like performance, you know, traditional performance.
Yes.
It's quite nice. Just notice the ceiling, quite interesting. Form there. There's form there. Breakfast. We go again. Yeah. Off to South Cyprus, and it's early in the morning, about 8:30, and this is the weather. You can see. Sunny and bright.
Have a look at that. What? Underneath that tree, there was none. And yet at the bottom there was lemon, but it was still on the tree.
I saw them on the ground.
Let's make like this. Bir 5 dakika verin mi Tarık abi? Tarık abi. 5 dakika. Tamam. Mola. Or you take photos, some photos. We have time. We will get on the jeep.
So we're actually in an eco village, and we're going to go on jeeps, and they're going to show us around very soon. All right, ladies. They found these sort of statuettes, the original ones, which are in the museum. They found them underground, and so these are copies. Now on the Eco Farm, Eco Village. We're at Eco Village. They're sponsored by the European Union, and they're taking us around to show us what they've done, which is really, really good. Yeah. Who went Ghana? Oh, when was this? When was this? When did you go Ghana? When was this? What year?
No, don't start.
No, it was a couple of years ago.
Year before last.
Okay, so what happened? What was you saying?
We went one time. When we went to the Jeep, I saw the Jeep.
You went on a Jeep?
Yeah.
What was it like? Bumpy?
Yeah, very bumpy.
Ah. Good body massage.
Something like that. Worse than that.
Okay. So they're going to show us how to make bread and...
The olives, they're gonna show us the olives, the best olives.
how they press it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and making the cheese and the bread with the olives.
Okay. Can we eat it?
Of course we can eat it. That's what we're going to do.
Sounds
They show
good,
us
isn't it?
how the oven that they use to bake it with traditional oven.
Ah.
Yeah.
So they've been doing this for like ages then,
Yes,
yeah?
this is their culture.
Wow. Interesting. And you find that fascinating, do you?
Yeah, nice to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You find that fascinating, do you?
I find it it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's always the eating it. You don't know when they put in it, how they make it, and everything, ingredients, you know, and how long it takes to prepare.
Interesting. And how are you finding the weather so far?
It's sunny, but it's cold. Still a bit chilly. But
This time of year though, isn't it?
yeah. They're saying that this time is the best time. This week has been really good. Last week it was wet, so we've had a good week.
I mean, this would be about 1970, this would be.
Ah, okay.
It's
Well
very-
made.
Yeah, well, it's made for the job. 179,000 on there.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of mileage.
Yeah, it's supposed to be around the clock as well.
Wow. Don't make cars like that anymore then, do they?
It doesn't pay to, does it?
It's true.
Villages, they are coming here actually to make their bread in their special days. If they have a wedding party in a village, of course, they make the center to make their bread, or let's say some pizzas for the, let's say, people they invited and so on. And pastries they make here, and bread they make here. And what we do here, firstly, but you know, later on, I will tell you step by step. First, you wash your hands. You get in the first section. Do ready, right? Ready. But you know, you give your own shape. Why? Because you do it, and then you live over there. I mean, you need to, and then you live over there, and then they will cook it, your bread. They will bring to the restaurant. And in the restaurant, you have to find your own bread to eat.
It's a bakery, really. It's a separate bakery. So we're in the south side, but not the European south side of Cyprus at the moment. So all washing our hands before we go into the bakery. What's that?
Lovely view, peaceful.
Yeah. Can you see the mountains? 5 fingers.
Yeah.
Or 20 fingers. It goes over there. Kitchen. Just washed our hands, and then we're going over to somewhere to do something. And they're showing us the actual how to make the breads. Oh, over there. Okay. Thank you. So just gonna go see the animals. Got some big goats here. So they get wool from them and things for their carpet, etc. Billy goats. So you see, hello, hello, mate. Very nice. Hello. Oh, look at that. Lots and lots of goats. Meh. Meh. Meh. Meh. They say meh, they'll understand you. Meh.
This one's interesting.
Meh.
Translate to you.
Okay.
Yes, please. Buyurun.
Öncelikle herkes hoş geldi köyümüze.
First of all, welcome to this lovely village.
Köyümüzde 17 tane ağlamız vardır.
In this village, there are 17, let's say, stable farm.
Bir tanesi burada olmak üzere.
One of them is just here, over there.
Oralardan günlük sütümüz bize gelir.
As you know that the villagers, they get up very early. Between 5 and 7, actually, they bring the raw milk here.
Köyde benim gibi 3-4 bayan daha var. Benim gibi hellim, peynir, parmesan.
There are
var.
also, you know, 4-5 ladies. They make this cheese every day in this village.
Sabah gelen sütümüzü 5'te 7, arası gelen sütümüzü kazanımıza boşaltırız.
And of course, when they take the milk, you know, they pour this milk into this, you know, bowl.
Boşalttıktan sonra böyle küçük parmağımın dayanabileceği derecede 5-10 saniye ılıtıp mayalarım.
Isıtırsın önce.
Ilıdırım. Yani çok,
First of all,
çok
of course,
sıcak
you
değil.
know, first of all, yeah, she boils the milk, and then she just measures the temperature with her finger. It's not going to be very hot, warm way, and she understands the finger, of course, after a long tradition and experience here.
Ilıttıktan sonra mayalarım.
And after that, you know, when the milk comes warm, the fermentation process.
Yaklaşık 1 saat 40 dakika arası hiç dokunmam. O kendi kendine mayalanır.
And she waits around 2 hours, 1 hour 45 minutes. Yeah.
Mayalandıktan sonra 1 saat
It
sürenin
makes
sonra
fermentation by itself in this way.
sütümüz yoğurt kıvamı alır.
And after that, of course, you know, this milk becomes like a yogurt, as you know that.
O yoğunlaşan kıvamı kevgir yardımıyla bu çelik kabımızın içerisine alırız ve pres yaparız.
And then she takes this, let's say, you know, yogurt like milk into this tray, yeah.
Pres yaptıktan sonra dikdörtgen şekilde keseriz.
And after that, of course, you know, she gives a shape on this tray. You know, yogurt like cheese, you know, the soft one, let's say. She presses and she gives a shape, rectangular shape or as they wish.
Kestikten sonra tekrardan kazanın içine atıp 45-50 dakika
They give a shape, let's say like this, and then again they put in the bowl and they boil again, the second phase.
kaynatarak pişiririm. 45 dakika kaynatırım.
More or less 45 minutes again she boils this cheese, yogurt like cheese, soft cheese.
Daha sonra şimdi yapacağım aşama
And after that,
deniz tuzuyla tuzlayıp
the sea salt, as you know that.
arasına taze nar.
And also, what is that?
Mint.
Mint, as you know that, yeah. Mint should be also.
Taze taze akar.
This is the way how they also consume here in this village. Sea salt and a lovely mixture of the mint. And this is actually real water from the cheese. They use it later on again. You know, they don't throw away this water. Yeah, they use in their meals or other pastries and so on. You know, they make use of every part of this, let's say, milk.
Şimdi abi ekmekle, köy ekmeğiyle bunu elimi tadacaklar.
And Fatosh says that no, this is a fresh one, by the way. You know, let's say halloumi cheese. As you know that if you have halloumi cheese, when you go back your home, you know, you can also grill it. Actually, we grill it. In the restaurants, I think you taste it, yeah. The grilled cheese is that cheese actually from Cyprus, the main milky product, yeah.
%80-85'i keçi, geriye kalanı koyun.
By the way, if you ask me what kind of milk they use, 85% goat, the rest sheep. Mixture.
İkinci bir peynir çeşidimiz parmesan.
And the parmesan also they make. You can see over there actually, you know.
Bu ilk mayaladığımız sütün içerisine ikinci bir süt ekleriz. Keçi koyun fark etmez.
But as I told you that, you know, the water actually which remains in the bowl is used for other purposes, for other products, to make the second type of cheese, parmesan, as you know, parmesan. And again, but by the way, the water they add also milk, goat milk, or again mixture with the sheep milk. They again add the milk to that water.
Altında hafif ateş böyle yarım saat karıştırdık sonra yüzeye
And
çıktı.
by mixing this, you know, milk about half an hour,
Çıkan parmesanı bu
they
doğal,
take this parmesan.
doğal çubuklardan örülmüş basketimizin içerisine koyup
They put in this basket, yeah.
bir gün bunun içerisinde bekledikten
One
sonra
day actually waits in this basket.
şu şekilde bonelere asıp 2 hafta kurutuyoruz.
They hang those, let's say, covers, you know, covers, and 2 weeks they hang it.
Tabii zamanında nenemin bonesi o bir modeli değil. O da
It's like a how to say bonnets, yeah. But it's something new, okay, our present day. But in the former times, her grandmother, she had not this chance, and she was using this style.
aroma.
To give more aroma. Better aroma. You know what is this? Yeah?
Tight.
Stockings, yeah.
Stockings.
It's very delicious, you know.
O zaman da yenilere
And now they will bring you on the bread this special fresh cheese with mint. You can taste it, of course. Yeah.
Bir üçüncü peynir çeşidimiz abi saf koyun sütünden olan olan gravyerimiz.
This cheese, the third type in the village, they make from only sheep, milk.
Bunun ve bunun 2 katı büyüklüğünde yapılır.
Now, this size, as you know, but in France and other countries, you can see the gravier cheese, So in this shape can be or bigger can be and so on.
1 yıl buzdolabında bekletilir.
But as you know that it should be waited minimum 1 year in the fridge.
Tuzlayarak çevirerek.
And of course over the time they control, they give some salt, and they taste it is okay or not.
Ve böyle delikli hale gelir 1 yılın sonunda.
And after that of course it is on real shape like gravier as you know that here.
Peynir çeşitlerimiz bu kadar fakat bu da aynısıdır. Bu daha tazedir hem daha büyüğüdür.
But if as you know the color is like this yellowish, it means it waited more than 1 year. If it is less than 1 year, like this.
Parmesanla karıştırmasınlar yani. Parmesan
No,
bone
this is not parmesan as there. This is different, let's say type of gravier.
This is parmesan.
This is a parmesan,
Şimdi sucuklara geçelim. Ben sucuğu alayım, batırayım.
And also, the Cypriots, they like eating sweets. This is one of them, can be seen in this, let's say, part of the world. In Turkey you can see, in Greece you can see, in Georgia you can see for example, In Morocco you can see. She will not tell us.
Bugün narlısını yaptık abi. Normalde harutlarımızı toplayıp
There are some fruits growing here in northern Cyprus. One of them is pomegranate.
Temmuz-Ağustos ayında bunları topluyoruz. Ağaçlarımız zaten bak yoğunluk tarlalarımızda.
Orange, pomegranate. We have also vineyards here. And also from the beginning, as you know that the guys are telling you about the carob trees, The carobs, So here you can see.
Bunları toplarız ve şu şekilde burada da görünür torbalarda taşla ezeriz.
And of course, they pick up. By the way, they pick up and they choose the best quality carobs, The low quality carobs are for the animals, as you know. And of course, they make, these carobs into small pieces, as you can see like this.
Suyunu kaynatıp bu şurubu elde ederiz.
And then they boil these, let's say, carobs, and then they get the sauce of the carob.
O şurubu da içerisine biraz su, biraz da un katıp şu şekilde puding haline getiririz.
And then of course, they mix this carob sauce with pomegranate sauce. By the way, not pomegranate. Pomegranate and with the carob sauce, they mix it. They again boil it. And on the other end, of course, they have the walnuts. You can see the walnuts, and they cover this walnut with this special sauce, mixture of pomegranate and the carob. She will now show us.
Mandalinisini de yaparak.
It can be orange, tangerine, and so on. But today they have this mixture of carob and the pomegranate. And this is how it comes. Now she put in the sauce, but we know that this sauce mixture of carob sauce and the pomegranate sauce.
5 gün bu işlem üstüne devam eder.
Her gün değil mi?
Evet, her gün.
And every day, 2 times she dips this, let's say, mixture again into this special sauce. 5 times. 5 days, 2 times in a day, back to back, day by day. Ondan sonra kurutma işlemi.
Aynen bak güneşte asılı zaten dün yaptık onları pekmezli onlar.
And again of course they hang, and kaç hafta sürüyor?
Hafta değil abi yani 3-4 günde güneşte kurur.
And if there is a sunshine, 3-4 days makes them dry, and of course we eat it. Especially sweet and the fresh if you like.
Şimdi bütün ürünlerden tadımlık koyacağım.
They will also bring, or you can taste here,
Koyuyorum ben.
some products.
The pomegranate and carrot sauce, and that's it dipped in now. That's the walnuts, sweets.
Putting that onto water.
I think I'll go around here. And taste. Did you take one little piece, maybe? Oh wow!
It's like when he used to make rummy. Yeah.
Thing is, you can taste them. It's great.
Efendim.
That's nice.
Hindi.
Oh, it's different. Yeah.
In euros, in liras, pounds.
Efendim.
Hmm.
Evet buyurun.
So what would you buy then? You've got pomegranate.
Yengel değil. Tamam. Hello.
What's that screen?
One of your olives.
Okay. Yes.
Gonna pay for here.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, could I just put in?
Price?
Yes, nuts.
How much? €1?
€5.
Okay.
Yes, €5.
I think I'll get one of those.
€8, please.
I'm getting two actually, to be honest. I like them that much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Passage way to the grave tomb. So they put these belongings into the grave, ash of the a king and so on, whatever you say, and then they closed. By the way, they closed, and then they buried with the sand. That's why for many centuries it was not found. Yeah. King tombs. The next king was buried next to this king. Let's say second one, third one, fourth one, sixth they found here. It means generation till sixth king. Yeah, sixth generation. We say like this. But this is the king tomb. We know there are also other tombs, not here. Yeah, just you see there is a roof area over there. Yeah. They found also another graveyard, but this is for local people, for example. The same idea, yeah. And in last excavations, they found also some special metals over there. Thanks to the location, there have been different civilizations found here on this island. They lived and they died. Let's say, as we human beings, we were born, we are living. One time will come and we will say bye bye to this world. Yeah. So the civilizations, they settled here, and of course they ruled this island. They also ruled the commercial life, yeah. And also, during this, let's say, a shipment of some very precious, let's say, metals, most of them they kept here on this island. It was a, let's say, exchange center, especially gold, the metals, let's say, high quality metals, we can say generally. Gold, silver, and so on. So gold is one of the main, let's say, a very precious metal in the world from the beginning of the human beings and so on. That's why in every let's say culture you can see the gold, gold items. Here we have the same story, but as you know that this Malabron kingdom, let's say Malabron kingdom, let's say here settled on this island 7th century BC, before the Persians, okay. BC, and of course they ruled here, and as you know it, especially those civilizations before Christ, even in Roman time after Christ, yeah, they had their own special burial ceremonies, yeah. But according to their belief, the kings or the people mainly, they were buried with their special belongings, let's say, because they had a belief, as you know, that reincarnation. Yeah, reincarnation. Yeah, and the same story here in the kingdom. Let's say the kings, after their death, they were brought here with the horses. Actually, their body was carried, a special wooden platform, and here just next to this, let's say, graveyard for the kings. On the wooden platform, because the bodies were burned, as you know that before, let's say buried. I'm not buried, as you know that the body was burnt, yeah. Am I saying right? Yeah, burnt, yeah, burnt, and then the ashes, yeah. They were put in the pottery, and then they put in the, of course, let's say these tombs here. But not only, let's say, the ashes of the king, and also the horses carrying to the, let's say, king, they were killed, by the way, yeah, and also they were, let's say, put next to the king, and also these special metals, gold, silver, and so on, because reincarnation. In some cultures, imagine that I am a king, yeah, and of course, my wife, she knows that if I die, she dies. She was also buried next to me. Such, let's say, cultures. This is one of the best places to see it. But anyhow, of course, the people in present day, I mean from the 50s, 30s, and so, by the way, I told you that in 1929, the Swedish archaeologists, they were here to carry out these excavation works and so on, yeah. They found also very precious metals. They took with themselves, we know this. But yeah, but they couldn't find here. This place, we were lucky anyhow. Who found this place? Villagers. Yes, 80s. The villagers they found here. But of course, they also heard about some stories, some legends, and so on. There's a kingdom here. If there's a king, there should be money, gold, and so on. And by chance, one of the villagers found these king tombs. Yeah, and of course, he carried out his excavation works illegally. He had a huge hope, but he made his dreams come true. Why? Because he found this jewelry. I mean, the gold, especially earrings, the bracelet, and so whatever you say, in a big amount. Let's say he was very happy. That villager in the 80s, yeah, he went home, and he wanted to celebrate this, let's say, finding with his wife. Wife was more happy. The earrings gave, wife was in shock how it's possible. By the way, the experts say that the gold had 24 carats. Imagine that, the value. Yeah. So anyhow, husband to the wife a present, earrings. She was very happy. Anyhow, and of course, the man, he hid the, let's say, treasure. Anyhow, to keep silence and so on. He was very excited. I know this story from the Tarek because one of his relatives, he found this gold, let's say, Tarek, Mr. Chief. So anyhow, everything was all right, but the lady, she was meeting with her friends, as you know that, with the earrings and the advertisement, and people just asking, where did you find? It is not usual for this village. We see first time, and then you have your effort. Another question, and in one meeting she said that my husband found a treasure. Yeah, also husband thought like, oh my God, yeah. After he met with the policeman, Yeah. And after the policeman, he didn't arrest, actually. He found that person, where the treasure here and so on. He brought the officials and the policeman here. And of course, the archaeologists later on, they excavated and they found totally 6 tombs. 6 tombs. Imagine that, yeah. 6 tombs. Yeah, and of course, policeman just told that man that, did you give us all the items? Yes. Yeah. Except the earrings of the wife, yeah. Your wife got lost. He's saying like this, yeah. For 2 weeks. Again, she came back. Of course, they took those earrings.
King's tombs. Where they dug up all the gold.
Belongings, or wife maybe, or these animals, yeah, we know. But the main idea to protect this body of ashes or the items in the.
Where there was tombs where they found all the gold, etc. You see it? Yeah, it's like a proper tomb, isn't it? You can see that. That's the reason why it's good that these days they don't bury you with all your belongings. Otherwise people will be digging for you to see what they can get, in terms of the gold, etc. if you take that with you.
So this is an eco village. Why?
It's eco village because there are many animals.
Okay.
And the other agricultural products can be seen here, and they keep, of course, their traditional life here. We were here in this.
Right.
Let's say,
So it's because they
bakery.
preserved everything. Yeah.
Yes, yes, of course.
I understand. So.
Slow eco village, we say, and we enjoy our time here to able to understand their daily life. Yeah.
Okay, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Here in this area, as you can see, that it was just fenced by the officials. A lovely story. As much as possible, I will tell you this story, some historical also facts, and then you enjoy your walk. You take some photos, but of course here in the nature, asparagus, as you know that, yeah, and also thyme. Yeah, we have thyme. Here is now season. One of the actually main, let's say, herbs that we use in our daily life.
This is a mustard farm that they have. All those yellow plants is what they make mustard with. Amazing building. It's sort of like a big circle and a rectangle. Yeah. So we're having a meal there, and it's really, really nice. I like it. It reminds me very much of like an African sort of development. You can see the roof made of timber, and it's got some sort of weaving ceiling. Absolutely beautiful. And people seem quite happy, the vibe as well, whilst they're eating. Very nice. Loving it. It's made of timber as well. Timber wood. It's sort of smooth and not even varnished. Well, it might be varnished. Lovely. It's a restaurant. Absolutely beautiful. You all forgot about me. You were eating.
Oh, yeah.
That's not nice.
Anyway, what we do, that's why I
I'm only joking. Here on the beach now. See my. You can see in the distance the mountains, the sea. The water looks a bit rough, a bit choppy. I'm going there to swim myself personally, but I'm sure some people would.
Half the time it's the only time you can get to the. No.
So this is
She
the
does bang on about Scottish independence.
restaurant we just stayed at to have something to eat. It's called a carretta. Like we've got a bit of a convoy going on here. Yeah, very nice. Today is the last night, as I said already. I'm just filming the chalets or villas, if you want to call them, apartments, and the lighting you can see in the area. Just getting ready to go downstairs to the restaurant. Yeah. So when I said 3 o'clock, we're leaving 3 o'clock. That's 3 o'clock at night or early in the morning. It's a bit cold, a bit chilly tonight. That's why I've got my coat on, and EJ's wrapped up with a jean jacket and everything. And yeah, just going to go for the walk down. I didn't use the exercise equipment today because all the walking we did on our visits. Yeah, but definitely it's been a good day today, isn't it? What about you? What did you feel?
We went by the beach. We went and saw.
No, go on.
What was it?
Went by the beach.
We saw cheese making,
Bread making. We made our own bread.
Bread. Yeah, it was nice.
And we ate it as well. They processed
it. Was kind of
it.
relaxing. We had it for lunch with salad and chicken and
salad and all that boga wheat. Yeah.
No, it was nice.
Yeah,
nice.
definitely
Now
nice.
we're going for dinner.
Yeah.
Our last dinner before we go back.
Yes. Excellent. Going into the reception again, as you can see. A
do like this table. It's a quality table. You can get in your office or something. Really nice. Off we go upstairs. People gel, don't they, in the sort of get to know each other and have a good time. So you don't know people by name totally, but you do know their face.
The holiday. It's been a good experience. The itinerary is very full on.
Full on, yeah.
Yeah, and the tour guide were good. They're very knowledgeable. Yeah, food is good, and the accommodation is lovely. So overall, I think it's very good. If you enjoy going around every day and doing things, it's ideal. And for the money, it's really good. Yeah, so yes, had a lovely time, and we were very lucky with the weather. The weather's been really nice, and we meet a lot of nice people. People that have a bit of money and people that doesn't. So it's a good range. Lots of black people as well. So it's a good mix.
Okay.
Good value for money. Very interesting. As you said, the tour guide was very knowledgeable. Speak about religion. He's very passionate about his country and his religion.
Who's he?
Dennis, the tour guide.
Okay.
Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah. And the hotels was alright, comfortable, meet a lot of interesting people, learn a lot. And again, the food was alright.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so what do you make of the holiday?
I really enjoyed it. It was a nice break. The hotels, like this particular hotel is nice. We're kind of like in a studio apartment, and it's away from the hotel. It's very reasonable. You do get to go each day on trips. You learn about the history. You visit a lot of monasteries because it's the religious side. You get told. I mean, today we went to see I think several kings were buried, and the way they were buried is very like Egyptian. They literally buried everything with them. But the story is the guy that he found the treasure, and he gave his wife like the earrings of the gold, and she wore the actual earring and was talking to her friends about it, and people heard about it. So in the end, she had to give back the gold, and he had to give back everything, the authority. So they couldn't keep it. They found out, because it's almost like a national treasure thing. So that was quite interesting. But when we went to see the graves, they dug deep, quite deep, quite deep, and they're all kind of similar the way they, dig them. So, but it's interesting, very good break and value for money. Yeah, nice.
Excellent. Myself, I really enjoyed the holiday, and I got to know that basically the people in North Cyprus would love to join, or some of the people would love to rejoin with South Cyprus. For some reason they're not getting it together. The food was excellent. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I'd probably come back again another time, but maybe in a couple of years' time. Getting ready to travel back to the UK. Everyone getting their suitcases and luggage, etc. And yeah, it's been a pretty good holiday. Going to check in our luggage so we can be able to board the plane to go back to the UK. So EJ there, and myself, as well as our colleagues that travelled with us. That's Elaine and Eileen.
Senior cabin crew member on this flight today. Together with my colleagues, we are responsible for your safety and comfort on board. Thank you and wish you a very pleasant flight.
So we're just about to fly off to the other airport, and then from there we'll go to Gatwick. We just landed in Gatwick after coming from the station airport in Antalya. So getting ready to sort of go home, just waiting for a lift. People collecting us know that we've arrived, so just waiting for them to come and pick us up.